Good morning. Like I said, it's a joint webinar organized by Ryzen Energy and sun.store. Today we'll talk about HJT modules and briefly show you key informations about sun.store. Our hosts are Jerzy Rudnicki, Senior Product Manager, Ryzen Energy, and Krzysztof Rejek, Head of Business Development, sun.store. We will start with the presentation about Ryzen modules, then we will talk about sun.store. After that, there will be a Q&A session. And we also have a special promotion. Everyone who has registered on that webinar can buy Ryzen products on sun.store and gain €500 discount on transportation costs. You just need to simply add hashtag Ryzen webinar in the negotiation chat on the particular Ryzen product on sun.store, or you can just write to us on contact.sun.store. If you have any more questions, put them in the chat. We will ask them in the Q&A session. Let's start. Jerzy, please take over, and yeah, let's show them.
Okay, hello everyone. As introduced, my name is Jerzy, or Jerzy, how we say it in Polish. I'm a senior product manager at Ryzen, based in Europe, taking over all of the projects in East Europe, also some of the countries of the Western Europe. I hope my presentation is visible now, as it should be, so I will proceed to the presentation. It's my great pleasure to talk to you a little bit about our company and about our signature product. We wanted to share with you today the path that we have taken to develop our HJT PV modules. First, I would like to speak just a few words about the company. It's a brief summary. So we are one of the top leaders when it comes to PV modules and cell manufacturers. We have a long history. We have been founded in 1986 in China. We belong to a tier 1 group of PV module manufacturers since already 2015. And this status, ladies and gentlemen, hasn't changed, even though that Bloomberg has changed the criteria, the acceptance criteria in Q1 of this year. We are still in the tier 1 list. We are also a bankable company. We do have 8 production bases. And in the last year, we have delivered more than 25.5 gigawatts all over the world. And our capacity for the 2024 will be increased. It's the module manufacturing capacity to 48 gigawatts. And below you can see our main deliveries within the last year. And as you can see, the majority of the deliveries we have made to China, but specifically last year, we have increased our deliveries also to Americas. We are speaking about USA and Brazil, mainly. Within Europe, our top markets have usually in the past have been Spain, and this is also the case in this year, but not only Spain, it's also Netherlands. Poland has significant chunk, Hungary, so we are present also very strong in East Europe. And here I would like to speak just a few words about vertical integration. So here in this part on the left top corner, that's the stat that is already I would say quite old, because it's from the last year, beginning of the last year, which shows all of the 4 main subcomponents when it comes to PV module manufacturing. So first, you need to dig the silicon, and you manufacture polysilicon. You mine it, then of course you manufacture wafers. Out of that, the cells, PV cells, and out of the PV cells are later assembled to PV modules. And this is how the main players on the market are positioned when it comes to manufacturing these individual 4 components. This probably have already changed since last year. So I don't have new information about our competitors, but I do have information about Ryzen. And here on the right side, you can see the update of a vertical integration of Ryzen Energy. So you can see we have activities within all 4 segments of PV module, the path of the PV module development from polysilicon through wafer, through cell, up to modules manufacturing. Nonetheless, we are focusing generally on cell and module manufacturing, where we have the biggest capacities. Here also at the bottom, you can see the split as it was at the end of 2023 between 3 product families that we are currently delivering. So we are speaking about PERC, HJT, and TOPCon. And as I said, the upgrade plan for this year is 40 gigawatt of cell manufacturing capacity and 48 gigawatt of module manufacturing capacity. And here you can see also the location of our 8 production base plants. They are predominantly in these 2 regions of China. Nonetheless, we do also manufacture some of the modules in the Malaysia. And since we are speaking about our production plants, I wanted to show you also a small video which shows how exactly our plant looks like inside one of our plants, and how the processes are automated, intelligently guided. Please see the following video here.
Welcome to Ryzen Energy's Intelligent Factory.
Great. So we are going back to our presentation. You could see some of the processes during the cell manufacturing and module assembly stage. So as you can see, this is a fairly well automated factory, one of our factories, of course. So we will now delve to the HJT technology and cells. We will focus on the improvements. So you probably have already heard about the HJT. There is no need, I think, for explanation how it is built and what is the structure difference between HJT and TOPCon. What I wanted to focus now is to move your attention to fact that we do have certain advantages of HJT cell, like market highest efficiency, highest and also highest improvement potential that we still have. Other factors as high yield from the backside, so the bifaciality, best high temperature performance, or highest reliability. But of course, this comes at a cost. So also there are challenges connected or bound with it. And during the development, we have been thinking how should we overcome these challenges to provide the best competitive product on the market. And so we were thinking on how to further this, improve these parameters and this specification, and at the same time decrease the cost. And that was the main challenge for us. And so when you look at the cost structure of the HJT cell, there are two predominant components that state or create more than a half of the cost of the HJT cell. So more than half of the cost of the HJT cell is created by the cost of silicon, and additional large, around 20% chunk of the cost is then posed by the silver. So these two cost-generating components, those are the components that we need to think how to optimize, and all the optimization or the majority of the optimization activities have to be focused on those two components. So speaking about silicon and speaking about the cost of the silicon, we have decided to utilize the so-called G12 cells, so 200 by 200 millimeter cell for our HJT, half cut, of course, because we think that this size in the end is good for the whole industry. It can optimize and reduce the BOS costs for our customers. Then we were thinking about the cutting. And here we have a big difference between other technologies. So traditionally, within, for example, PERC technology, we manufacture cells, the full size cells, and then during the assembly of the modules, these cells are being cut in half and then assembled. But because of this cutting, here at the edge of the cells, there are occurring losses due to this cutting process. And so in order to reduce these cutting losses, we have moved the cutting process one stage earlier. So we are basically cutting in half the full ingots. And so we obtain the half-cut wafers, silicon wafers, and only the half-cut silicon wafers, they are used to create cells. And thus we are reducing these unnecessary cutting losses. Then when we speak about thickness of the wafer, okay, this is another dimension or dimension where we can reduce certain savings. So I need to state a thesis that wafer thickening does not equal to efficiency reduction. And there are two aspects here, or two effects that take place at the same time. So the thinner wafer we use, of course, the smaller current of the ready-made cell we will achieve. So that is a bad behavior, I would say, or bad effect for us. But at the same time, the thinner the wafer is, the higher open voltage of the ready-made cell we can achieve. So in the end, these two effects, they come in the same time. As the wafer thickness changes, the current and voltage change in the reverse proportions. And so as a result, within the range of possible wafer thickness, the cell efficiency changes only slightly. So we can, in the end, we can reduce the thickness of the wafer without significant change of the efficiency. And so we have been doing from 150 micrometers that is being used currently in the PERC cells through 130 micrometer that is used in the industry for the TOPCons, up to 100 micrometers that we currently use for the HJT. And this is not the end, because we are forecasting that we will further reduce this thickness in the future. What we gain additionally out of that is we increase elasticity, and so we reduce the probabilities of microfractures of the cells. And then we have been testing this, and here you could see some pictures and results from the test. So we are basically forming the cells, the PERC cell, the TOPCon cell, and the HJT cell. And this is the maximum deformation that we achieved before the cell is fractured. And as you could see, the HJT can be bent to a largest extent out of all those three technologies, which proves the fact that the elasticity is increased, and these cells, they are less susceptible to micro cracking. Then we will proceed to the silver aspect. So we know that silver is pretty much very well needed in the PV module cells. So we are speaking about this metallization layer, conductive layer that collects the charges. And as I said, silver is very good material with high conductivity, but unfortunately, it is quite pricey component. Not so often appears in the nature, and also the price trends are not very optimistic for us. There are also other metals. We will call them lower cost conductive metals. Such metals as copper, zinc, nickel, aluminum. These have acceptable conductivity, but are abundant. They have abundant resources and stable prices. So what we have done is we have designed a special low-content silver paste where we used particles of selected low-cost conductive metals, such as copper. And these particles, visible under microscope, an electron microscope here, as these big dark gray bubbles, they are encapsulated with a very thin layer of silver. So therefore, we are protecting the outer layer of the cell, which is being seen here as this dark bar at the bottom here, from interacting with these low-cost conductive metals. So therefore, we are not contaminating the cell with those metals, which would basically decrease the reliability of our cell. And this low content silver paste is now being used by us with our HJT cells, and we have been testing these cells with different variants of this low silver content pastes. And we are comparing these tests all together with the cells that where we use pure silver as conducting material for the fingers. And we have achieved a very good results, which are not less than even, or not lower than even pure silver, clearly within the IEC standards. Apart from the various tests, reliability tests, we are doing also power generation tests. And here on the right side, on the bottom, you can see the result, which also proves that there is practically very little difference between PV cells with pure silver as conduction layer and cells with the low content silver paste. Then we move to HJT module optimization and the way how we apply the main bus bars. So here we again have two facts and two effects, or two cases, I would say. So first, some of the processes which are normally used within other technologies, cell technologies, they utilize high temperatures. So, for example, application of the bus bars. This is a higher temperature process. We cannot use high temperature here with these cells because the outer layer of HJT cell is ITO. It's a different component, different material than in PERC and TOPCon modules. And so this material, although it has very good charge collecting characteristics and features, nonetheless, it can be, the temperatures above 200 Celsius can be harmful towards this layer. And so we have to design a low temperature process of busbar application. And by that, we are also reducing the energy that we use for this process, and we are also decreasing the CO2 emissions which are connected to that. And so our solution, which we have developed here, is so-called zero busbar technology. So we are using zero busbars, and here you could see when you take a closer look at our modules. So here we are showing, for example, TOPCon 16 busbar technology, and here on the right side, HJT zero busbar. And then we apply 24 ribbons. So this vertical part is the ribbon, the horizontal part is the finger. So the fingers are being printed with this low content silver paste. These are the ribbons that are only applied during module assembly stage, and they are attached to the cell with a patented application process that we have developed, which is called by us Hyperlink. So this is a low temperature application process where we reduce the energy consumption and provide a good fix of the ribbons toward the cells. So this is the solution that is fairly unique, and you can observe different HJT modules on the market, and practically you will find only our HJT modules with this zero busbar technology at the commercial scale, commercial level. And the last thing when it comes to this part, namely the encapsulant. So this front layer of the HJT cell, ITO, it provides, as I said, excellent charge collection and also very, very good anti-reflection features, but it has lower adhesive properties than the anti-reflective coating of other technologies such as PERC and TOPCon. And so if we used EVA or POE, we would have a problem, because the applied force that causes the delamination would be significantly reduced. So this would affect in the end our reliability of the product. So we don't want to decrease that, and hence we have designed customized encapsulation film. We are using the PVB here, and we were able to increase this minimum force that causes the delamination, and so we are increasing or decreasing the probability of delamination occurrence during the normal use of the PV modules. And this is really the last, I think, aspect, which is quite also interesting and very unique among the PV module manufacturers, namely the frame. So all of our utility and also commercial commercial designed PV modules, including specifically also HJT, we are offering to the market in two versions. So obviously we are offering the aluminum standard frame, but as an option, we are offering modules made with the steel frame. And steel frame, why do we offer steel frame? It has several advantages over aluminum for many use cases. So first of all, steel is more sturdy, more durable material. It's stronger material. When it comes to specific attachment PV module mounting solutions, such as bolt and nut mounting, aluminum is not the best material because over the course of several years and several years of dynamic forces operating at the modules, such as wind, for example, under different tilt levels, specifically for the trackers, for example, after several years, this is what can occur with the frame, because the aluminum is softer material, and specifically these places they can be damaged. So this will not happen with the steel material. Moreover, apart from this 30% higher tear resistance, we have different temperature expansion coefficient. So it's steel expands to a smaller degree than aluminum. So when the frame is expanding due to temperature change together with the glass, and they are attached together, there will be micro tensions between the frame and the glass. So using steel will reduce this micro tensions. So this will again impact the reliability of the product. Of course, then we also have additional aspect, which is energy saving, because the whole processing of the steel for the frame compared to the processing of the aluminum, it requires only 1/3 of the production energy consumption. And what lays behind that also is reduced carbon emission. We can save the carbon CO2 emission by 77%. Of course, there is also an aspect of stable raw material supplies and prices. And these modules, they are usually slightly less expensive than the aluminum modules, which is also good for our customers. When it comes to corrosion resistance, we are covering the frames with specific zinc, aluminum, magnesium coating. You might know this very good coating from the high-end mounting structures that are being used. So therefore, you will have the mounting structure made out of the same material and same coating as the modules that are mounted on top of those mounting structures. So you have basically two products mounted together, fixed together with the same material. Now, isn't that a great idea? I think it is. So these are our two products that we are offering. We do offer a smaller module, 110 cell module of the power up to 595 watts with efficiency of up to 22.8, and then it's I would say older brother, which is our signature product. This is the HJT Hyper Ion 132 cell with available powers at the moment up to 715 watts and efficiencies up to 23%. But this is not the end. So we have already last year broken the world record when it comes to PV module power and efficiency with the power more than 741 watts. And this shows you also the path that we have ahead of us and how much still we can achieve when it comes to power increase. Also, this module have won the prestigious PV Magazine test for the last year. There was only one winner when it comes to PV modules, and we have won this prize last year. They are, as I said, available both in steel and aluminum frames. There you can see there is a slight change when it comes to weight, only a slight change. And of course, they have, as for all our N types, they have 15 years of warranty, product warranty, and 30 years performance warranty. We are also thinking, and this year we will probably introduce yet another PV module for residential market. So feel free to follow our information sources. Be ready for yet another product in this family, specifically for the residential market. So to sum up the key features of Ryzen Hyper-Ion HJT modules, there are 4 key features. First one was already visible at the last slide, namely high front side efficiency. This efficiency is usually higher than commercially available TOPCon. The second aspect is higher efficiency from the backside, expressed as bifacial factor, which we offer at the level of 85%. And compared to PERC, this has a significance as the module can produce 1.5% more energy, assuming that the 10% of the front light reaches the backside. The third aspect is so-called power temperature coefficient. So basically, HJT has the lowest absolute value of this coefficient, which means it will perform better, comparably better during during the hot summer sunny hours when the modules get hotter. And the last thing is the degradation. So here again, HJT has the lowest annual average degradation at the level of 0.3% on average per year after the first year, which is 1%. And this means that by the end of warranty time, so it is the 30 years, HJT will still retain 5% more of its nominal power compared to the PERC technology. And then we have been testing these modules. I have also done a simulation for this particular event. And here I have simulated to show you basically, because many times I keep hearing, okay, but this technology is still expensive, so it's not economically viable here at this market, so still other technologies would prevail. Well, I have made a case where I have used the market prices and market values. The location of this project, so we are thinking about a small industrial facility or C&I facility located in central Poland, where we have a specific self-consumption profile. So basically, this facility would like to install the PV installation at its premises, basically to reduce its energy consumption and also sell excess energy from PV to the grid. This is the consumption profile that we have assumed. So during the day, the facility works with the full power, with 15 kilowatts of load. During the night, of course, there is no manufacturing, so the consumption is reduced. And we are installing around 32 kilowatt peak PV module installation at the premises. There is no investment subsidy assumed, just to make things easier and more general for other markets also at this geographical height. And we also assumed, I'm showing you the price premiums that we have assumed. These are the market price premiums versus PERC and versus TOPCon. And so here we have our calculation. There is the self-consumption rate, which is which comes from this profile exactly. You could see lower consumption profile for TOPCon and self-consumption profile for TOPCon and HJT because the generation is higher. So this is the annual consumption of the facility. It's same for all three technologies. Then we are purchasing the energy at this rate. We are selling the energy at this rate. So this is more or less like net billing is constructed. It's always, unfortunately, what is happening is that we are selling energy at currently at a lower price that we are purchasing. So this was assumed, and hence we need to provide, or we need to build our installation in the way that we increase the self-consumption as high as we can. So then we have two types of saving. We have our energy consumption saving. So this is the energy that we do not purchase from the grid because we are consuming the PV energy. And then this is our excess energy sales. So this is the energy that we don't utilize, and then we are selling it. And then there is also our capex for each of the cases, and this is our payback time. As you can see that throughout this calculation, the HJT offers the shortest payback time, and also the net saving I have calculated after 15 years of operation. This is the highest. Saving that we can achieve. Then if we repeat the same calculation with the same conditions for different geographical height, so exactly same consumption value, same installation power, just the location is Spain, of course the annual generation is higher. The self-consumption rate decreases because we are generating more and we are consuming the same. But also thanks to that, our paybacks time are falling, and the difference in net saving after 15 years is higher. This is thanks to the fact that I have mentioned, thanks to these aspects that are connected directly with the average temperatures, So the power temperature coefficient that is higher also for the HJT. So this is these are the case that also verifies the use case of the HJT currently with the current conditions, and shows that it is very competitive technology currently on the market. And as a last slide, or last slide, I wanted to show or to present the full portfolio of Ryzen currently available products. We are speaking here about the HJTs, these two modules that I have been showing you here throughout the presentation, the 110 cell module and 132 cell module. Again, please keep in contact with us and observe our information pages for the new products to appear. Apart from that, we do have a TopCon family of products where we can offer products for all of the segments of the PV industry, starting from the residential segment where we have these two modules throughout C&I and utility, and we still offer the PERC modules as there is still the need in the world for these very cost-effective products that we can offer at a very attractive price. To sum up this presentation, the key message what I wanted to give you is that the HJT Ryzen's Hyper Ion is a long established technology that can provide superior performance due to several characteristics that I have been speaking about, such as high efficiency or low temperature coefficient or low degradation. There is still a certain price premium that is attached to this superior technology. This, of course, stems from these new advancements that we have introduced, and generally greater manufacturing costs. But these price premium currently have been significantly reduced due to the optimization that we have taken. And it is currently proven that these modules that we are commercially offering, they can reduce the customer significant financial parameters, which in case I have presented for the C&I case, and also in the future for the residential case, they can significantly reduce the the customer payback time and improve the total saving that he will achieve throughout the use of these modules. So they are perfect. They are a perfect match for all of the industry type of PV installations currently. Good. Thank you very much for this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I will forward my microphone now to Michał and Krzysztof, and they will guide you further about interesting news from sun.store. Thank you very much, and take care.
Thank you very much, Jerzy. It was really interesting. We already have a few questions, which we will discuss in the Q&A session. And now, sun.store. We will start with a short video that will introduce you to the platform. Just give me a second. And then we will discuss the details. Have a look. Okay, thank you. We know now that the sun.store is a solar marketplace that connects installers with sellers across Europe. The animation shows that sun.store is like Amazon or eBay for the solar sector. It just makes shopping easier and quicker. However, it is worth discussing it in more details with Krzysztof. So I have a few questions. The first one is, are there a lot of products on sun.store? Can installers find attractive offers on it?
Absolutely. Michał, first of all, thank you for having me. I would like to actually share my screen. Could you please confirm whether you're able to see it? You cannot?
Not yet.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work. 1 second. Okay, second, I think I got it.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, I hope it works now. Perfect, thank you so much. Well, getting back to your question, I gotta say that I very much like the comparison to Amazon or eBay, because indeed, just like these marketplaces, we connect buyers and sellers, in our case, installers and distributors from all over Europe, and we grant them the access to the most attractive offers on the market. At the moment, our sellers offer over 5 gigawatts of PV components from more than 100 brands scattered across more than 100 warehouses in Europe, what allows our 6,000 registered users to find constant availability of modules, inverters, or batteries at lowest prices. Also, we are also working on expanding of our portfolio of products by mounting systems in order for us to become a truly one-stop shop and allow the buyers to find whatever solar in one place. What's also worth mentioning is that apart from having the most attractive offers in one place, we grant the buyers the opportunity to access the novelties on the market, such as the mentioned Ryzen HJT modules that you can simply look up on the platform by selecting the proper filters. And as you can see, we already have a few offers on these 132 cells and 110 cells modules. Considering these, the first two offers are available in CIF Incoterm with the opportunity to have them delivered from China. The other two you can identify as being available in the future. They will be delivered to Spain. So I highly encourage you to browse the offers, maybe not just on the HJT modules, but you are able to do so already. Start negotiations with the sellers and benefit from the mentioned promotion. Just as a quick reminder, we offer what 500 euro delivery discounts for all the orders placed by the end of the month on any Ryzen modules.
Krzysztof, but what about the security of purchases? I think a lot of people might have concerns about buying equipment from companies in another country.
Yes, upon planning and development of sun.store, we knew that the trust-related concerns might be a major challenge that we would face when launching the platform. This is why we implemented features and processes allowing our buyers to limit any potential risks. So first of all the sellers on sun.store are verified. We do not allow anyone to put their offers on the platform. They need to undergo a thorough onboarding process, a background check with someone from our business development team, so that they are prepared to operate on our platform as expected. Also, recently we have rolled out a new seller statuses tiered program, providing trusted and super seller badges, what allows the buyers to recognize the partners with the highest commitment to quality of service and reliability. Apart from that, we also grant our sellers the opportunity to enable secure payment options for their offers. And that's just a method of deposit in which buyers' payment is securely held on Stripe platform until a successful delivery of the products. And this is when the funds get released to the seller's accounts. As you can see, both the seller statuses and the secure payments can be easily identified by these small badges next to the offers. And what's also like a opportunity to tackle that concern regarding trust is that our buyers always have the opportunity to chat anonymously with the sellers by simply connecting here and ask all the questions around the products, delivery or warranty.
Okay, but this is where the issue of languages comes in. I can imagine a situation where a buyer from, say, Spain does not speak Dutch. How he is supposed to get along with the seller?
Yeah, so what's important is that all the chats are automatically translated to whatever chosen language. So whenever a Spanish buyer wants to speak Spanish, they can more than do so. They can simply type in Spanish and the Dutch seller will receive the message in Dutch. Here you can see that in my case, I'm also translating all the messages to English. What's more is that we have rolled out the platform in 6 languages so far: English, German, Spanish, Polish, French, and Italian. And we are about to roll out a Dutch version too. Additionally, our team of business development managers is there to support the sellers and buyers in their local languages every step of their journey with sun.store. Apart from attending to their current negotiations, we are more than happy to provide assistance and help them find whatever piece of equipment they might be looking for. And also, just adding to that, soon we will be launching our request for proposal module that will allow buyers to create detailed RFPs outlining their requirements, such as quantity, delivery timelines, target pricing on high value orders. And all of that is to make sure that our all trading experience becomes as smooth as possible.
Well, that sounds really good. But to sum up, what are the biggest advantages for buyers?
I would say that the biggest advantages that we grant to buyers is the fact that here they are able to find all the top brands in one place. As mentioned, at some point we will become a truly one-stop shop once we expand to the remaining categories. Just because we aggregate the offers coming from multiple distributors around Europe, we constantly hold available stock. So there is low risk of unavailability of whatever piece of equipment one would be looking for. Also, due to the fact that we compare the offers across various sellers, we are able to provide competitive prices. What I already mentioned are the secure payments, the fact that the buyers have no risk when choosing that kind of payment option, and the seller only receives the money upon a successful delivery. We are also trying to expand additional features such as automated delivery. So here you can see there is a buy now option. What it means is that a buyer is able to see a predefined delivery cost to a provided address, what allows us to really streamline the whole purchasing process and limit any potential discussions. Just because we are an online platform, we are available 24/7, so there is no time limit here. Whenever someone wants to look up for their products in the middle of the night, it's more than possible here. And one other thing, maybe two other things I would like to mention, is the fact that we provide the support of the business development team, both for the buyers and the sellers, just so that they are always properly supported. And at last but not least, promotion that I already mentioned this is something that we try to do relatively often, grant these promo offers to the buyers and communicate any best offers prices via newsletters, just so that they can really take benefit from what we have to offer.
Great. I would go to the sellers, but I think we can already ask you the question that is on the chat. Does it include any important charges for the buyers? Or?
No. Currently, the platform is free of charge for the buyers, and we intend for it to remain so. Buyers will not in the future, in the upcoming future, pay for using the platform. Of course, with the development of the platform, some kind of strategic changes might take place. Nevertheless, for the time being, we do not intend to incur any charges for the buyers.
Great. And so let's move on to the sellers. What are the advantages for them? What does the platform have for them?
I would say that our sellers can benefit from a risk-free expansion option. We grant them access to buyers from markets they might have not reached with their sales team yet. As we keep on growing, our customer base gets more and more significance, and just like Amazon, we intend to become a so-called no-brainer for the merchants to be present at. Either the sellers choose to liquidate their stocks or list their full portfolio, we want to make sure that they will always consider sun.store a place where they will find demand on their offers. Also, on the operational aspects, we intend for the whole integration and management of the account to be hassle-free. We help with the onboarding process and provide all the support needed to make it easy for the merchants to work on the platform. Also, we keep on introducing new features to make life even easier, such as API integration in order to provide an option for automatic offer updates, or sun.store as a freight forwarder, where sellers can outsource the whole delivery aspect to us. And what's also important, I already mentioned it on the buy side, but also currently on the sell side, we do not charge any commission fees. We will probably introduce these in a few months for the sellers, but we intend for them to stay very competitive, not just versus other platforms, but also versus costs of having an internal sales representatives, just so that sales on sun.store is sustainable for everyone.
Yeah, that sounds great. And to sum up it, I think that everyone that is here, just we invite you to check the platform, see it on your own, how it works and how smoothly it works, and can be helpful for you. Thank you very much, Krzysztof.
Thank you.
Now we can move to the Q&A session. There are a few questions to Jerzy, and I would like to ask the first one. Looks like TopCon is least elastic. Does that mean they have a higher probability of micro cracking?
So thank you very much for the question. So actually, the slide that I was showing have shown that it is the perk that is least elastic. So there was a slide where I was showing the deformation, and perk had the lowest deformation. And as I said, it is the maximum deformation before the cell was cracked. So it had something like 50 millimeters, as I remember. Then there was TopCon, which had higher deformation, and then there was the HJT that had, I think, around 90 millimeter of deformation, which means that TopCon is in the middle. To answer your question.
Okay. The second one is also technical. Will you change the aluminum steel frames by fiberglass to reduce PID effects, as another manufacturer did?
So we don't have any plans to changing aluminum or steel frames towards fiberglass. This is not our specialty. It is a completely different process, manufacturing process. Okay, so we do have manufacturing powers and knowledge how to manufacture aluminum and steel. We don't have that for the fiberglass, and also we don't need to do it, because when it comes to HJT cells and modules, they practically don't have any PID effect. So and it's not specific to Ryzen HJT. So generally, the HJT technology, because of its front layer of ITO, which is not an insulation layer, the PID effect has been reduced almost to zero. So this is not a problem for these modules.
Okay. Another one is about the steel. And isn't steel more corrosive than aluminum? And doesn't it increase the total weight of the module?
Yes, so of course it is, and therefore we are using a specific coating, which I mentioned. This is this zinc, aluminum, magnesium alloy coating. And again, this is the same coating that you find for the high-end mounting structures. So in the end, in the field, you will have two components that will be, let's say, quote unquote, affected by corrosion in the same way, right? The mounting structure and the module. So so we are not afraid of the corrosion here, yeah. Or we should say we are afraid in the same way as the mounting structure is, the high-end mounting structure is. Yeah.
All right. Another one is about the costs. What's the cost delta between TOPCon and HJT modules? Do we have that?
So
No?
again, in our simulation that we have been doing, it is visible. And again, we are operating here on the wholesale and general cost differences. And for this simulation, we have assumed a difference of 0.5 euro cent, the premium, which is the market standard or market standard at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Another one is about the products in full black. Will they be available?
So we do have, as you saw maybe on that slide, we do have two PV modules, two TOPCon modules with 108 cells, 108 half-cut cells for the residential segment. And the difference is that -9 is with the square cells, M10 square cells, and -10, these are these rectangular cells. So the module is slightly taller. And generally, we think, and this is how we observe the market, is that for the majority of the markets, we will have the 108-10, and this is the to be future, I would say, size. The -9, so the smaller one, it was developed earlier, and in the past we had the full blacks in that PV module. So it is possible that there are still stocks of these modules, the full black -9, but generally for the future we are moving toward promoting more 108-10, and hence the full blacks will be available only for that module. We also can't manufacture all versions for all of the module types, because we need to also aggregate the production powers in a certain and organize it in a certain way. So that's why we have decided to go with the 108-10 in the full black and not the smaller one.
Thank you very much. And the last question that we have, I think, is very interesting. What will be the next technology in solar cell going to commercialize? HJT with perovskite?
Yes, so there are several development paths. I think on the way, and we do have a separate slide. Unfortunately, I didn't include it here. Maybe a PT. But on the development path, we definitely have tandem cell with perovskites, and they will be based on the HJT platform. Generally, HJT platform is in the industry still considered as a platform which is easier platform to deploy perovskite tandem cell. But I think it will not happen earlier than 2027. On the way, we might see a back contact HJT as well before even the perovskite tandem cell is created. So the interesting times definitely are ahead of us. So please observe the development of these modules.
I skipped one question about the EPD. It is also on the agenda, and a lot of bigger clients need this, even for smaller panels such as 108.
I'm sorry, which question was that again? I did not.
Fifth question, and there's a section about the APD.
EPD.
Maybe Christian, can you elaborate on what actually would you like to ask?
I don't fully understand this part, to be honest. Yeah.
Christian, can you write down what exactly you mean? I see. People still wait 5 seconds. Okay, he needs 2 seconds, so let's wait for that. Okay, by the time you can ask Krzysztof one question. Why people buy from sun.store if they can buy directly from company website?
Well, I believe, as I mentioned, that the biggest benefit of sun.store is the fact that we aggregate all the offers coming from all the different brands in one place and enable the buyers to find the best price there is on the market. Usually, distributors have some kind of a limited portfolio, only offering a selection of brands. Here, that's not the case, just because we aggregate offers from over 100 distributors. You're able to find a whole portfolio of brands, and as mentioned, at lowest prices, 24/7 availability, secure prices, secure payments, the support of BDMs, a lot of factors that I would say make the whole experience easier and more comfortable than the usual purchase from a local distributor.
Thank you very much. So about the APD, I think it's a certification for the products. Am I right?
Yes, yes. So when it comes to the certification, the environmental declaration, we are, for all of the modules that we are introducing, we are one after another, we are applying for the certificates, and it also takes some time. So this declaration will be also issued, but it will need to take a little bit more time. Same as for example, in some countries there is required carbon footprint, for example, certificate, and again it takes a little bit time for the declaration to obtain, but this is on the path. So this is what I can comment on this topic.
Thank you very much. I don't see any more questions, so I think we can finish the webinar. Okay, one more.
How can we provide best price if they have dealers, distributor around local area? I'm not sure I fully follow that question. The fact is that all these distributors that might provide the best prices for particular buyers locally are also more than are welcome on sun.store, so they can easily join the platform and become the most competitive here on sun.store. So the fact that we simply stay open for the big distributor, the smaller ones, with whatever offers they have at hand, makes us prone to be the most competitive price-wise.
Yeah. About the question on the presentation, the meeting is recorded, so we're going to put it on our channel on YouTube, and after the meeting, all the guests will receive an email with the sum up, the information about the promotion, and also with a link to the recording. So you can all watch it again and see the presentation. Thank you very much. I would like to thank all the guests that listened to our presentation. Hope you all gain new knowledge. I would like to thank Jerzy for his part and for the cooperation with sun.store. Hope many people will use the promotion code. And thank you, Krzysztof, for explaining in details the sun.store platform. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.